The rise of Sean Combs began in Harlem, where a young entrepreneur built Bad Boy Records into a cultural juggernaut that reshaped hip-hop. From the streets to the spotlight, he became a producer, an artist, and the CEO whose influence knew no bounds. Ciroc in his hand and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame painted a portrait of wealth and power in a modern era. Behind the velvet ropes, a darker story began to emerge, masking a private reality that blurred public triumph with private peril. November 2023 brought Cassie Ventura into the spotlight with allegations that would rewrite the public narrative. The lawsuit, though quickly settled, opened floodgates that would expose a pattern of fear, control, and coercion. March 2024 saw Homeland Security agents raid opulent mansions, signaling that this was no ordinary celebrity scandal. By September 2024, the countdown to trial began as federal charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking, moved to the forefront. The prosecution painted Bad Boy as a criminal enterprise, a network that allegedly enabled illicit activity. Witnesses testified that staff organized elaborate freak-offs and arranged drug-laden sex parties to enforce loyalty. The defense argued there was no single criminal enterprise, challenging the government's heavy racketeering burden. Cassie Ventura's testimony became the emotional centerpiece, recounting a decade of fear, control, and trauma. Another ex-girlfriend, identified as Jane, described living as a sex worker within the relationship's coercive framework. Experts explain coercive control as a pattern that isolates, intimidates, and erases autonomy, a crucial context for the verdict. A mixed but consequential verdict followed weeks of testimony, shaping a landmark moment in celebrity justice. The jury acquitted on racketeering and sex trafficking, but found guilt on Mann Act charges transporting individuals for prostitution across state lines. On October 3, 2025, Judge Arun Subramanian delivered a sentence of 50 months, a $500,000 fine, and 5 years of supervised release. The judge affirmed the gravity of the abuse while acknowledging the defendant's public achievements and charitable work. Legal teams prepared appeals, arguing that the sentence was improperly influenced by acts he was acquitted of. Despite the appeal, the verdict stands for now, marking a historic moment in the integrity of the justice system. As the courtroom closed, the echoes of testimony lingered about power, wealth, and accountability in American culture. This is the inside story of the fall of a modern king, a tale of fame, fear, and justice finally catching up. For years, the whispers gave way to a roar inside the federal courtroom as the truth emerged for all to see. The case became a lens on coercive power and the brutal costs of ego when unchecked. In the end, a verdict that acknowledged pain, consequences, and a path toward accountability for a boundless career. The story continues with appeals and introspection, but the courtroom's decision remains a defining moment in modern legal history. This is the inside story of the powerful testimonies, the shocking evidence, and the legal battle that finally brought a legend to justice. As the credits roll, remember the deeper questions this case raises about power, responsibility, and the price of fame. The verdict is in, and the courtroom that brought this legend to justice closes its doors for now. Thank you for watching this dramatic chronicle. Subscribe to stay informed on legal milestones.